In today's video, I'm going to show y'all some ways of how I am decorating my home for the fall and the winter season. First off, I'm going to take you shopping at my local Goodwill to see what kind of items that we can find and bring home to decorate with for the fall season. The first item I spotted was this beautiful woven textured tray. Trays are a great decor item to pick up for really any season. That one was $5.99. In a previous video, I took y'all shopping at Walmart so we could check out their fall collection for 2025. I showed y'all another option for a tray that I purchased for less than $20. This is a really good size tray. I love the woven texture and I love the colors. I showed you how you can just stack some books in it, add some of your favorite pictures or vases, and you can style this with your fall decor. And look what a beautiful vignette this tray makes. So make sure to check out your local Walmart, for a new tray, or be on the lookout at your thrift store and maybe you can find a beautiful tray secondhand. Another great item for fall and winter decor is glassware. Be looking out for those beautiful candle votives and vases. Now, there is a huge selection at my Goodwill. They have a whole aisle that is glassware. But I found this one at Walmart. This was a very pretty vase. I love the design on it and I love the neutral palette. So make sure to be on the lookout at your thrift store for beautiful vases. These pair really well with all of your pumpkins, your gold accents, and those woven textures. Another great item to look for at your thrift store is candles. This time of year is a great time to be thinking about that cozy lighting vibe. Everybody wants a really pretty ambiance lighting for the shorter winter and cooler months. So make sure to check out your candle section. My Goodwill always has a great candle section. They have all kinds. You can a lot of times even find LED battery operated candles if you don't want, the flame kind. And I've also showed y'all some very affordable candles that they have at Walmart this year in assorted colors. These are 88 cents and they come in different textures. They have the ribbed and the tapered, and they have so many beautiful colors that would be gorgeous for fall. I've been trying to make it around to a lot of the stores just to see what all, they have for the fall season. And I made it to a Target, and Target has candles a lot like the ones at Walmart for 88 cents. I think for a set of 4 in this box, I think these were $10. So just so many options out there. So if you don't look up on something at your thrift store, make sure to check out your retail stores because they have a lot of beautiful options also for the fall season. I also showed y'all in a previous video of different ways of how you can style candles. You don't have to necessarily put them in a candle holder. You can fill them, in a bowl and put some beautiful fall greenery with them, and they make a beautiful accent piece. Now back to Goodwill, and I'm going to show you some more unique items that I spotted, and I think these would be neat for fall. They had a set of these, one that was a little bit larger, and they were $1.99 each, which I thought was a really good deal. They also had this sweet little lamb. It was $1.99, and it actually looks like it is vintage. So comment below if you think it is, but it looks like an old piece, and I think for $1.99, that's probably a really good deal on that piece. This is actually something I have been looking for. I wanted a white soap dispenser to put my dish detergent in. This was only 99 cents. It was Hearth and Hand brand. I researched it and I think it retails for $15. So I actually brought that home and I put my detergent in it. I love looking at the tins, and always the vintage ones always catch my eye. This was a beautiful piece of pottery. This was actually handmade, and y'all, this was so heavy. I'm going to try to let y'all see the bottom of it because it does have some writing on it, but this was so heavy I could hardly hold it up. They also had this really pretty vase, but the thing that really caught my eye on this was the florals they had in it. I think these would be really pretty. You could display these for the fall season, and also I think these would be absolutely beautiful to put these on a mantle for Christmas. What a huge copper mug. This was, I guess, supposed to be like to go over a candle so it would light up because it said cheers on the other side. This was a beautiful Christmas piece, and I could see putting some snack crackers or maybe some dip or something in this for the Christmas season, and it was only $1.99. Also, this little metal bowl I thought was really neat because I love pieces like this because you could always paint them or put some textured paint on them and set these out and put some beautiful filler in them. Somebody had donated their nutcracker collection, y'all. I could not pass up sharing this with y'all. Look at all these beautiful nutcrackers. I absolutely love nutcrackers around the Christmas time, so I was just so intrigued. They had so many assorted colors and sizes, so probably somebody had been collecting these throughout the years, and for some reason they've donated them. The prices range from anywhere from $8 up to $15. I think the larger ones were in the $14.99 range, but just look at the detail and the colors on these beautiful nutcrackers. And I always love to browse the lamp section. Not that I need any more lamps, but I always love to see what people donate. Another idea for these glass lamps is you could take the seashells out of them, and for this time of the year, you could put some pumpkins in them. I thought this beautiful Christmas tree topper was gorgeous. $25 new in the package from Target. It's at Goodwill right now for $9.99. Now that we've shopped Goodwill, I'm going to take y'all back home and I'm going to give y'all some more fall decorating ideas. Remember this little easel back landscape piece that I got at Hobby Lobby? I featured it in a video a couple weeks ago. Well, I used this as some inspiration, and I'm going to show y'all a very fun and budget-friendly DIY of how we can create something very similar to this and make it ourselves. So I ordered these little frames off of Amazon, and I'll make sure to link them below. But you get a whole package of these, and there was 5 to the set. They come in this gold tone, but if you want to paint these or if you want to use some rub and buff on them, just kind of change them up, you can. Then I went out to the public domain, and I just Googled and searched on free printable downloads of landscape pictures. And this website came up. I went out and she had 12 that you could download and print. I went out and printed them, but you always want to set the size before you print them to fit the size of your frame. Once I selected some and printed them out, then I got my frames and just placed the frames on each of the landscape pictures just to see which frames would work better with each landscape. Once I did that, I decided which frame I wanted to use on which landscape picture. Then I went around and just scored around the inside of the frame with a pencil. Once I make the marks around the inside of the frame, then I'm going to go around and I'm going to cut around my marks. I am going to leave a little bit of area around my marks because I do want my picture to be a little bit larger than the cutout of the frame because I want it to lay on the back. Once I get it cut down to size, I'm just going to use a good quality glue stick, just lather it up on the back, and then I'm going to apply it to some poster board to give it some, a structured background. Once I get it adhered to the poster board, just cut it out with your scissors, and then I'm going to apply it to the back of the frame. Now you can use a little bit of hot glue to tack it on. I'm just going to use some clear tape. The clear tape holds really well, and that way if you ever want to change these out, it'll be really easy to take these off and put some new graphics in these frames. I'm going to do the same technique on all the graphics and the rest of the frames. Once I get them all done, these are going to make a beautiful set that you can use to display on a fall tree or Christmas tree, or you can apply some magnets on the back of these and hang these on your refrigerator. These make beautiful little detail pieces, and like I told y'all, the inspiration of the little Hobby Lobby easel piece, if you can find some frames with some easel backs, it is so easy to make that little piece your own, especially when you've got a free download. And I think these downloads are really pretty. So just get creative with this project, and like I say, you can add some hangers to these, add these to, just wreaths, and put these in dough bowls. Just so many ways that you can display a beautiful, unique item like this. I ran into my Salvation Army and I found a couple of more frames just to give you ideas of the things to look for at the thrift store. These were only a quarter. They had 2 of these. I think they're absolutely beautiful just the way they are. I took the backs off of them and I just put a beautiful landscape picture in these. So make sure to be on the lookout at your thrift store for these little mini vintage looking frames, because I know you can find these, but if not, I'm going to link the ones that I ordered on Amazon. They're just as beautiful and they're at a good deal. So I will link them down below if you're interested in purchasing those and creating some beautiful landscape art of your own. Here's another tip. If you're out shopping at Hobby Lobby, all the fall is 40% off, but they've also got a huge Christmas collection out right now, and it is half off. I found this beautiful velvet ribbon in the Christmas section for half off. I went over to the fall section and I found pretty much the same identical velvet ribbon, and it would only be 40% off. So just a little money saving tip here. If you can find your velvet ribbon in the Christmas section at Hobby Lobby, get it over there because it'll be half off versus 40% off. Those velvet ribbons are such a pretty detail to the fall and the winter season. I love to get the velvet ribbon, and it comes in all sizes. So some of the wider, just tie it in a bow and attach it to your wreaths, and it has just the perfect detail that you need to bring all those beautiful fall colors together. Another budget-friendly way to upcycle some decor that you may already have is get out your rub and buff. I've had this pumpkin, and in a previous video I painted it terracotta and I whitewashed it. I also have this beautiful white velvet pumpkin that I purchased at a retail store, but the stem just doesn't look very realistic, and it doesn't really fit into my decor. I love the gold this year, so to embrace that, I took the little terracotta pumpkin, I took some antique gold rub and buff, and I brushed it over the small pumpkin. I also took the stem off the white velvet pumpkin, and I painted it with the same antique gold. And I just paired all of this with a beautiful gold tone frame, and look how beautiful these two pieces now look, and just took a couple of things that I already had and upcycled them and made them look totally different for the fall season. I don't know if y'all are like me, but I love dough bowls, and just any kind of bowl that you can set out on a sofa table or just on your countertop and fill it with some beautiful decor. I wanted these little pumpkin pods last year, and the place where I was going to order them, they sold out. So, but I went out to Etsy. Etsy has a lot of assorted sellers that sell these, and you buy them by the bag. So this year I was able to purchase a bag, and I'll leave the link to the shop that I ordered mine from, and you can get them in different colors. If you're more into the orange, they do have some that are orange, but this little bag went a long way. I put some in a little dough bowl, and I think these are so pretty and so unique. You can put these in glass containers, fill up some jars with these. These just make a beautiful neutral accent for the fall season. This year for fall, I'm looking for timeless pieces that a lot of times you can leave out through fall and especially winter time. These preserved oranges right here smell amazing. You get 3 to a pack, and I ordered these on Amazon. I ordered 3 packs of these because they're very budget friendly, but I'll make sure to link these down below in the description box if you are looking for some unique bowl filler. Another one of my favorite bow fillers is these little velvet pumpkins. Now you can find these several places, but I did pick mine up at Hobby Lobby. I got mine a couple years ago, but I use these every season, and they are some of my favorite bow fillers.
And days of old lang syne, for old lang syne, my dear, for old lang syne.
Another area in my home that I love to decorate for all the seasons is my open shelving. I love open shelving in my kitchen, and I always love just adding some special touches. I added these corn stalks up here, and I have a lot of white dishes, and I get a lot of comments of if I made those, and I did not. I purchased those at Target a few years ago, but they are some of my favorite fall decor to set out. It matches really well when you put up your woven trays and any of your wicker, and it also goes well with all of my white dishes. Over on the other side, I just added a beautiful fall sign that I have and a fabric pumpkin that I purchased last year. I love half spheres. They add such a great detail, and you can just set these up very effortless, anywhere that you want some kind of pop of a seasonal floral. Before I end the video, I want to show y'all a complimentary set of some beautiful cookware that I just received from Lebof. They reached out and asked if I would like to try out some of their cookware, and I said absolutely. The color I chose is Pearl Luster. But in the fall and the winter season, I know a lot of times the thing that gets us through these cooler months is comfort food. I've learned through the years that investing in a good set of cookware is absolutely worth the money, because if you try to go cheap on your cookware, it's just not going to pay off. Not only does Lebof's cookware have good quality, but every piece comes with a lifetime warranty. This set of cookware is actually some of the prettiest I've ever owned, so you can set these out and display them in your kitchen, and of course they prepare delicious meals. The first time I used them, I was so impressed because they are non-stick. They also provide a couple of these little pot lid holders. Oh, that was really a nice feature, and it's such an easy cleanup. You don't require a lot of grease for preparing your food since they're non-stick. All I did once I prepared my food and got it out of the pan was I rinsed it with some warm water and just wiped it out with a soft rag, and it is ready to use again. I'm going to leave a discount code down in my description box if you want to go out, shop their website, and get a beautiful set of their cookware. I'm going to leave the discount code for you. Okay, y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed coming along with me going thrift store shopping just to see what kind of fall decor we can find there, and also going to some of the retail stores and seeing what they have out. To me, this time of the year is so much fun because you can go out and just start selecting and collecting items and decor that you really love and can be timeless pieces. Mix the old with the new. I hope y'all got lots of ideas for decorating your home and creating maybe some cute DIY projects. As always, I love y'all, I appreciate y'all, and thanks so much for coming over and watching the video. I want to give a big thank you to Lebof Cookware for sending me a free set of their beautiful cookware, and I know I'm going to enjoy it for many years to come.